The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I lie down in a green pastures, him leadeth I beside still water. Them him restored I soul, him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Uno prepare a table before I, in the presence of my enemy them. Uno anointed I head with no oil, me cup runneth over. Surely, goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I Ivan. May I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah, get them away. This is the Black Pot, aka Koko. Show them up. And here we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must, we would only just do it on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. This is the Black Pot. And of course, we are live on YouTube and also live on Facebook. We are called Black Empire Media. Yes, pick up our numbers on the screen and do business with us. Our show is well watched and well observed in all high places and low places. Call us and do business with us. Remember, this is the voice of the people. And my name, Black Rasta. Now in every traditional African home there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super natural cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes, aromas, and flavors realign and reassemble in the black pot where they are subjected to some good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce food in all its sumptuousness. This is the voice of the people, the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Black Rasta. Today we have three very important issues to look at. We're going to be very snappy. In the next half hour, we should be able to dust everything. Send your messages coming in. We shall read them in 2 batches. In the interim, my name, Black Rasta. Story number 1. Now, the very story said, we lied on Mahama. And this is Abronye DC speaking. Who is Abronye DC? He's one of the gutter boys of the NPP. Very nasty and very dirty. And when he's speaking, it's like he has just been excavated from an ancient cemetery where bad mouth, is grown. My brother, my sister, this is Abronye DC. He's an errand boy of the NPP. And when he speaks, it's so nasty and bad. In a country where political communicators are miscommunicators, and they are judged by the amount of insults they can unleash on people, we have these people calling themselves communicators. It's terrible. This is Abronye DC. He has confessed to something. In fact, Mahama's boys are after him. They claim that he's been corrupt in their regime. And I'm talking about the NPP regime. He has dared them to come forward and prove. But it looks like Abronye is confessing to doing something. What has he done? Run it, my youth. This I'm reading from Ghana Web, and it says, money in bullion van claim against Mahama was just semantics. And this is Abronye making a U-turn. Run the story, my youth, and come here. The Bono regional chairman of the new patriotic party, the NPP, Kwame Bafo, has made a sharp U-turn regarding his corruption allegation against President John Dramani Mahama. Abronye, as is widely known, earlier accused President Mahama of withholding and hoarding certain huge amounts of monies intended for dismissed appointees at the Jubilee House. Now, the Akufo-Addo government budgeted 550 million Ghana cedis for these individuals to be employed. This money comes from taxpayers, yet another government cancels the appointment and allegedly transfers the funds to the Jubilee House. So what are you doing with the 550 million that was put in a bullion van or in bullion vans and sent to the Jubilee House? You have revoked people's appointments, taking their 550 million Ghana cedis and put it in a bullion van, he alleged on Accra-based Movement TV in February 2025. However, clarifying his statement, Abronye explained that his claims about the money being transported in a bullion van to the presidency were merely semantics and that his statement had been misrepresented. Speaking again on Movement TV on the same matter on February 28, 2025, after an invitation to the National Intelligence Bureau to substantiate his corruption allegation against the president, Abronye clarified that his reference to the bullion van did not imply that the money was physically at the president's residence or being spent by him. However, he added that his intention was to seek answers regarding the funds allocated for public sector workers whose employment appointments had been terminated. He further explained that the said amount had been budgeted by the former Akufo-Addo government and captured in the 2024 budget to address such situations. In the 2024 budget, we allocated 58 billion Ghana cedis for all Ghanaian workers, including those employed during the 2024 fiscal year. I posed a question seeking to understand the whereabouts of the funds if the workers' appointments had been terminated. I wanted to get clarity by asking this question. That was when I made the statement that the money was being transported to the Jubilee House in a bullion van. Now, the reference to the money being in a bullion van was simply a semantic expression I used. It does not mean that the money is physically at the president's residence or that he is personally spending it, Abronye explained in the interview. Wow. The outspoken NPP executive also offered an apology to the National Intelligence Bureau for publicly disclosing the invitation letter requesting his presence to assist in the allegations he made against President John Dramani Mahama. According to him, the letter he received from the NIB was meant to be confidential. However, it caused a mishap when he publicly published it. Dash it away. Now, this is what happens when you employ gutter boys and make them communicators. This guy doesn't have any common sense. Now you put him in there and call him a communicator. How can this guy communicate government issues to the government and the electorate? It's sad when I see semi-illiterates like this parading themselves as communicators. And this is a guy who was said to recently have graduated with a certain certificate. If a certificated guy like Abronye can carry himself the way he does, I wonder what kind of people give out these certificates. This guy here claimed that Akufo-Addo budgeted some over 550 million Ghana cedis for some workers at the Jubilee House before he left office. Mahama came and terminated all their appointments. So what was the money going to be used for? He didn't end there. If he had ended there, they would have said he was seeking answers. He went ahead to say that bullion vans were carrying the money into the presidency to make the president look bad, to make the president look like somebody who was stealing the people's money. Now you've been invited by the NIB to come and substantiate what you say. You were written a letter to, and you were told that the letter was confidential. He went ahead to publish it on radio, on TV, on social media for everybody to feel that he was being witch hunted. Such a twerp. Now he goes to the NIB and tries to play semantics with the NIB. Oh, what I meant was only literary. I was only trying to visit my literature, English literature days in school. Carrying the money in the bullion van does not necessarily mean that the money was actually in bullion vans. It doesn't really mean that this was what was happening. I was only seeking answers. Seeking what answers? When you were clear that money was being carried in bullion vans into the Jubilee House. People like this must face the justice system so that they will learn. But again, in a country where people like this only get employment by the vitriol in their mouths, they insult people night and day. And that is how they are employed. They are agents of insults. Oh, Nanwe yao, Abronye DC, Nanwe ya. Then they put him on radio stations to go and insult people rather than communicating government policies and principles. I pray that the NIB will deal with this issue properly. And if this guy is culpable, please deal with him so other people can learn. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Koko. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we have 2 more stories. We have your messages to read. Hey! Hey, way! Wayo!
For the biggest Roots Reggae Festival in Africa, the Kuchoko Roots Festival 2025, all the way from Kingston, Jamaica, for the very first time in Ghana, performing live culture featuring Kenyatta Hill, son of the legend Joseph Hill.
I took a brief this morning of eternal.
Also bringing down the house from Augustown, Jamaica, is Dwayne Stevenson.
So now I beg and plead, I'm on my bending knees. God's Father, you rescue me.
Alongside the legendary reggae gospel singer George Nooks from Kingston, Jamaica.
That God is standing by.
Kingston meets Accra for a highly spiritual tango in a Kuchoko style. Oh my God, all hell will break loose and Satan will be taken hostage. This is Kuchoko Roots Festival 2025, and from Ghana, welcome your roots master, the Kuchoko legend Blakk Rasta with the herbalist band.
Rasta man don't go in a barber shop. Rasta man can sit in a barber chair.
Conqueraja vibes, Rena, mighty Octodus band, NAT'L, the Bombardier. Osajifo, Nilante, Jawai, Daddy Bosco, Rasapia Levi, Kwame Bediakon, Akle, Tona Hope, and the highlight legend Samuel Owusu from Burkina Faso. Meet Zedmu, Rasim Porsche, and Imahadu. Saturday, 8th March 2025. The venue is La Pleasure Beach, Accra. Time is 12 noon till you drop. Rate is only 50 Ghana cedis. And as usual, there will be free Koko, Kulkuli, Kose, and Masa to break your fast and to put you in the spiritual mood for Kuchoko Bam. And for more information, you contact 0244 499 461. Powered by Blakk and Tough and supported by National Youth Authority.
Chevy, and Kote. Banga, langa, banga.
Go on, Skipper George.
Blakk Pot, Koko show them.
It's the Blakk Pot, aka Koko Show, and here we speak truth to power. Remember to click on the share button so that you can share this broadcast. Many more people can see. And of course, send out your messages. We're going to be reading them pretty soon. Next story, my youth. Watch this. Wasteful Hajj village reflective of National Cathedral. And this is Daniel Domelovo. He's a man that I truly love. You know him, right? This is Daniel Domelovo. He is a machine against corruption. Nana Akufo-Addo was most uncomfortable with him and sacked him in broad daylight, saying that his retirement age was due. All Ghanaians supported him because Akufo-Addo was seen to be a pretender, a pretentious corruption fighter who was actually aiding corruption. This is Domelovo, Daniel Domelovo. When Mahama came into power, he went back for him and put him in the oral team to fight loot, better still lootocracy. My brother, my sister, this man, since he has been brought on, has criticized the government that has brought him on twice. This is the second one. What is Domelovo saying? Daniel Domelovo. He says, it's astonishing key priorities of Mahama government is wasteful village project. Daniel Yawo Domelovo. It's astonishing key priority of Mahama government is wasteful Hajj village project. The grammar there is a little shaky. So the priorities there should have been priority, right? So it can match properly. Run the story, my youth. Now, a former Auditor General, Daniel Yawo Domelovo, has criticized the John Dramani Mahama-led government over what he believes is a misplaced priority. Reacting to the Minister of State in charge of government communications, Felix Kwachofosu's statement that the construction of the Hajj village will not come at any cost to the Ghanaian taxpayer, Domelovo described it looks like we just shut down, but we are trying to, reach back. So this is Daniel Domelovo talking, and he's not happy about what is happening. He's truly sad, very, very sad. He doesn't know why the Mahama government is only interested at this point in repeating a huge mistake that the Akufo-Addo-led government made. What was the mistake? The cathedral. The cathedral made Akufo-Addo most unpopular. Well, as it stands right now, it looks like we would return. We have a technical issue and we'll return. I apologize for that.
Wow.